Jacksonport State Park is located about 5 miles northwest of downtown Newport, Arkansas. Jacksonport State Park, Newport, Arkansas, near Newport. See it on their deal, their water tower. Surrender at Jacksonport. Building the city. When you first enter the visitor center, you'll see the gift shop just to your left. And they have kind of the usual stuff. It's kind of small, but a few things there. Nothing really, though, if you need like camping supplies. Jacksonport State Park. So what is this all talking about? I didn't bring my glasses.
Raw materials. Smelting. Paper. Weaving, lumber, sawmills.
Once you're finished with the exhibits downstairs, you can head upstairs for a whole lot more. Those two posts out there must be maybe where the old bridge was. I would later find out that those were the moorings for a steamboat that used to be there called the Merrywoods No. 2. Making spokes. Making barrels. Chairs. That White River is up. You might see the White River Monster. If you don't know what the White River Monster is, you can Google it. It's basically Arkansas's version of the Loch Ness Monster. So the museum in the visitor center is going to tell you about the rise and fall of the town of Jacksonport, Arkansas. 1822.
Did it work?
Obadiah Cartwright, him and his Indian friend set up a, what do you call it? Trading post here.
In a sense, the rich history of Jacksonport, Arkansas began in 1852 when the town was incorporated. However, its real roots began much farther back in both history and geography.
So this was kind of a neat little kiosk station. It basically gave you a layout of the town and how everything changed over the decades. The Civil War had a lasting effect on this town. It was a pretty critical area for both the Confederate and the Union forces, as it was at the confluence of the Black and White Rivers. The museum does a pretty good job of detailing just how it affected the people that lived there, and how after the war the town started its decline. Jacksonport was tied closely to the steamboat industry, seeing how it was a river town. And you'll see as the decline of the steamboats came along, so did the decline of the town. So it was the train that was kind of the death knell for the steamboats. And you'll find out how the railroad and the people at Jacksonport pretty much, signed their own fate. So this is Jacksonport. River's up quite a bit. That's the White River. The confluence of the White and the Black, I believe, is right there, maybe? Or, I don't know. It may be upstream. I couldn't ever figure it out. But it's in this area where the Black and the White come together. Make gray. No, not really. This is Jacksonport State Park. This used to be a really bustling town way back when in the 1800s. And after the Civil War, it started declining, and the town of Newport, which is kind of back over in that way, we came through it getting here, kind of took over. Once you're done at the Visitor Center Museum, you're not done. Right across the way from the Visitor Center is the old courthouse, and if it's opened, you gotta go over and check it out. There's tons of information in there. When we were there, it was closed, but a really nice state park ranger let us in so we could go look around. After the war.
The courthouse.
Yeah. Colonel John, how do you pronounce his last name? Schnabel? Schnabel?
Schnabel?
Oh,
Schnabel or Schnabel?
something like that.
And now that, for which so many have sacrificed their lives, lies buried among the things that were. The past is gone, like a dream of a dream, and a shadow of a shade. Lizzie Board.
After the war, the family returned to Jacksonport when she was a teenager. She wrote this essay for a school. Lizzie Board. Right there's a picture of her. I guess this is stuff. Is that her right there?
Lizzie Board. Yeah.
12-year-old Sarah Wood.
Outside real quick.
Okay.
Check our traffic counter. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
Emily fled Jacksonport. 12-year-old Sarah Wood writes her playmate Elizabeth Lizzie Board, whose family had fled Jacksonport. You never saw anything run like they did when the gunboat come. The Union burned 3 houses in town. The feds ruined almost everything that everybody had. I am tired of cornbread too, for I don't get anything else. Surveyor tool for Sean. Here you go, Sean. It's how your fellow workers worked many years ago. Here's a pretty neat. Cotton. Cotton is king. Okay, let's move on to, which room did you go in? Oh, there's even more stuff in here. My goodness gracious. I got a lot of neat stuff in here. It's just kind of overwhelming. All the stuff that's in here. It's just a lot of information. Yeah?
Well, if that's Sammy's relative.
Might be. Lizzie Board, she's the one that wrote that deal. Ah, Lizzie Board's gray. Oh, this is a bigger picture of her. Lizzie Board wrote the essay Gone, presented in previous rooms. Copper token reads good for one drink at Box Saloon. And that would be that little token right there. County Clerk's office. Day at the courthouse. Is that the marriage license?
Yeah.
Oh, it does have their picture on it.
The courthouse. We're in the courthouse now.
This is the gallery. Entertainment before electricity. What did people do before, for fun, before radios, television, and the internet? They went to an opera. They played jump rope. There's so much information in this old courthouse. About the courthouse, stuff about Jacksonport, about the way people lived back then, about the Civil War, just lots of information. Well, back to the oysters.
Yeah, and here's the
Button making.
sad pocketbook and the monkey face. Number 21 is a monkey face.
Yeah.
And where's it? Right there. America's pearly muscles. Here's the purple warty back.
Oh, here's all the buttons and stuff.
The warty back.
I guess they did buttons here too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've seen these at three. This is the third place we've seen this. Yeah, yeah. Cupola. Mansard roof. Dormers. Paired brackets. This just tells you how the courthouse was built. I don't know what that is. Huh.
Why you can't clean my space? What are you doing?
I'm messing stuff up here. Slide. It shows you things I guess they've found here.
There's Miller.
There's an Albert in a can. Prince Albert in a can. That's a big Bible. Man.
There's a big print. Oh, there's the inmates of Jackson County Courthouse.
Oh yeah?
Oh my gosh, they call
There's that one thing he was talking about where they were pulling it back and forth. That's neat, that chandelier. Alright, so this is the actual courtroom. Man, if walls could talk. Wow, look there, they even got it right here. If walls could talk. Yep, that's what I just said.
Since this courthouse was built in 1872, this room has been silent witness to nearly 150 years of history. If these walls could talk, what stories they could tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time the county seat had a proper courthouse. Fine one it's gonna be. Have you seen the roof beams? Arkansas cypress hardwood. Climb on up here and I'll show you. Jurors, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We find the defendant guilty as charged with murder in the first degree.
Order in the court.
Oh, they've got the courtroom done up so nicely tonight. I hope he asked me to dance.
May I have the honor of this dance?
And I say to you, there's a new day coming in Jackson County. I'm talking about progress, about railroads, and new jobs, and trade. We got to get on that train or we'll be left behind.
Spoiler, they missed the train. Alright, so that was Jacksonport Courthouse. Very, very interesting, to say the least. And then that's the visitor center straight across. So the old Jacksonport houses were just all kind of around this area. I don't think there's anything left standing anymore. Oh, what is this? Oh, this just talks about when it was in decay. Huge difference. I mean, that thing at the top, not even on there no more. It's a magnolia tree. Jacksonport in the Civil War. Seven people to fire a cannon.
And a gunner. Took 7 men and a gunner to load and fire a Civil War cannon.
Wow.
Devised the firing process.
There's the cannon. Well, that'll do it for Jacksonport State Park. I hope you found this video somewhat informative. We really enjoyed our time there. And if you're thinking about going, I highly recommend this state park, especially if you're a history buff. So much information there. Well, anyways, I think that'll do it for this one. And as always, thank you for watching.